Hello! Today I'm gonna show you the technique where you emboss with acrylic paint. So basically it's the embossing with acrylic paint technique. Okay, that sounded complicated, but actually it's not really. All you need is acrylic paint. This is a really big jar. Not a jar actually, it's just a big thing with a lot of red acrylic paint. I don't know why I bought red, and I don't know why I bought this much. I think it was on sale, but I haven't really used it. It's pretty much unused because it's so big. I recommend, if you're buying big, try black or white or some other stuff that it's more convenient color than red. You need to have something protected, so underneath my crafting sheet, I have my crafting mat, I have some other stuff that is allowed to get dirty. It doesn't matter if it's dirty. Then you will need some sort of stamp, and I wanted this stamp become acrylic. So this is a stamp set by Penguin Pants, and I took that one. It's a spooky tree, and I stamped it on a piece of paper with black color. And then I used just some duct tape, and I put the duct tape so it will be in place. And on top of that, to make my template, because you're gonna need some kind of template, I took this see-through sheet. This is just a normal see-through sheet that you have in your maps. These are the holes for the maps, you know, those one with the holes, that the metal claws that goes like that. So I just took one of those. It even has a little number 2 up there, but that doesn't really matter. I just took this see-through. You need something see-through, and I just placed it on because you'll be able to see through. And I also duct taped that in all 4 corners. Then I took my crafting knife. I don't know if it has a name. X-Acto knife maybe. Just something really sharp. And I just traced all these things here. And if you have a stamp that it's not so much details, that's better, and it has to be a solid stamp. As you can see, this stamp has these white parts here on the trees. They were impossible to get, and I didn't really get all these branches either. So I just took what I thought would be okay, and I cut that out, and that's how I ended up with this template. As you can see, a tree template, and this will be perfect. You can wash it and save it and use it again and again, so this is a great template to have. And then I took some paper. Whatever cardstock you have, and I started out actually with this. I made this background, and it's purple, and I made it with some distress inks. I went around with the applicator in round motions, and I dropped some water on it, and that's how I got the splashes here. But we're going to concentrate on the tree. So I put on, once I had the paper here, I put on the template, and even now I put on some duct tape so it would stay. Then I took a spoon. This is just a plastic spoon for ice cream, and I used the back side. I didn't use the front side, and I just daubed on a lot of acrylic paint. And then I went with just like daubing it like that. If you smear, there's a chance that you will have, if you have small parts like these, there's a chance you will accidentally get the color underneath, and then it will just smear and look horrible. So I kind of like daubing it like that. Of course, you don't need to use a spoon. You can use whatever you have. But I used a spoon on the back side, and I got some more and just kept on daubing it until the whole image was covered. Then I carefully, sorry there, my tongue got twisted. I carefully removed this, and it was red. And on top of that, I sprinkled some, what is this? This is some small particles, really small glitter. Yes, pink glitter. Not really pink, it's more like purple. So I sprinkled on some purple glitter, And then I used my hot heating tool gun, hot blowing air. I guess you could just let it dry. But if you heat it with this, it will start to, actually it becomes faster done, and also it will become bubbles. The color, it will come bubbly, so you can feel it has some raised areas. So I went around with this, and as you can see, it turned out pretty nicely, but since I used red acrylic paint, you are able to see some of that red beneath. Also, when they become bubbles and those bubbles bursted when heating them up, it became red. So it kind of looks like the tree is bleeding, and it has this feeling that it's not smooth because it became bubbly, so it's kind of rough, glittery, and you can see the color beneath. So I don't recommend using red for this. If you want something Christmassy, yes, red would be great, but for this I would probably use some purple acrylic paint. That would be better because you are seeing a little bit underneath there. So I thought maybe it's the glitter's fault, maybe the glitter is too big pieces, so I used another glitter that is smaller pieces, but again the same thing happened. It became, actually I had more red paint here, so here you can see the bubbles bursting, so now it really looks weird. And I used a white background so you can see clearly the red, and you can see also the pink, purple, you can still feel it, the raised area, and it really, it is kind of nice when you heat it up with the hot blowing air tool gun. Does it have any shorter name? Hot air gun. So it does kind of give you a nice texture because it's really, I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it's really raised and really funky. So I kind of like that, but I don't like the red. I should have used the same color as the glitter. But I'm gonna try to make a card out of this. I'm gonna see what I can come up with. I also tried with some silvery, and this one was actually even smaller. This dust here, this small glittery particles, was called holographic, and they are supposed to be applicated for your makeup. So this is actually supposed to be something glitter that you put in your eyeshadow or something, but I use it for crafting because I have so much of it. So here you can see the red as well. It didn't really become so bubbly and popping up, but it still looks kinda weird with the red. And if you hear any small sounds in the background, it's actually my little Chihuahua Arthur crying. I don't know why. I have a gate for my crafting room so he can't get in and mess everything up, so that's probably why he's crying, wanting to come into the room. But anyway, back to the tree. So this tree became like that, and then I did of course one without any colors. So this is what it looks like if you just put on the template, put on a lot of red color. You don't have to be so careful that you put little. You can use blumps and then take it away and you have all these nice blumps. Blump, what is in that name? Bulky, a lot of color. It doesn't have to be like really smooth. This would be great if it was a brown acrylic paint, because that would be a brown tree, so that would be nice. And when you heat it up, here you can actually see the bubbles and the effect that it will give you. You can see these raised areas, these bubbles here, you can actually push them. I think it's really nice. I really love this texture that it gives you when you heat it up. But again, a red tree, not something that I really like. If this was brown, I would be excited. I need to get some brown colors, brown acrylic paint. But for Christmas, this would work with red. But here you see the effect that it has if it's just the acrylic paint, no glitter. But the glitter will settle if you put it on while it's wet, and it will become kind of nice. So I really recommend you trying out this. Make some kind of template or just draw with a brush. and then try out the different things with glitter or without glitter, and just heating it up with the tool and see how it differs if you just leave it to dry by itself or if you heat it up with the hot blowing air gun. It's really nice effect with the blowing air gun. I really like the bubbly effect. So that's the technique I had to show you today. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye, see ya!